Hey there, and welcome to our 5th video in our dev project. So just to go ahead and jump right into this, my name is Mars, aka Zaron. So right here we're showing you guys the buildings and their costs. We've also got up at the top there, you've got your power and experience. So you'll see as he builds these buildings, your power has actually gone up. And you'll see your experience bar has also gone up. You've also got the AP bar down there for action points, which is something we're kind of working on. So as we're building these other buildings, you'll see that your power continues to go up. We've also got that sort of red border around those buildings right now to kind of force a little bit of spacing. And you'll see now by deleting a building you get 75% of your resources back, but your power does go down accordingly. So that's just some more features that we've got kind of worked in there, and we're working through some of the details a little bit more on things like the dependency trees here. So what you're seeing is just an example of him putting out several of the same buildings because we don't have limitations on some of that stuff in this game. Up next here we've got the movement has been reworked. Whether or not you guys noticed it in any of the last videos, maybe another story, but it definitely runs a lot smoother now. So I kind of left this bit a little bit long. Our coder actually had sent me these videos. It's the one that you heard in the last video. So he seemed to be having some fun here scrolling around, so I thought I'd let that play out for a minute. And just to comment on a couple of other things you guys may have noticed, we've recently changed our name to F2P Revolution. We just thought that might better resemble what we're going for here. So on to the next bit here in just a second. We've got the troop movement now. Instead of it just being the lines like it had been in the previous videos, we've actually upgraded that to show footprints, and that's just not a big deal, just a visual update. We just thought that kind of looked better. We've already discussed a couple of things to kind of rework the way that just kind of the way that it looks. The footprints typically would go a little bit faster than the troop movement. Now another little bit that I'll kind of point out here in the game, the way that we're designing it right now, the green lines that you get to see for your troop movement, you'll also see your allies' troop movement, which is pretty typical for these kinds of games. However, you will not see your enemies' movements. The intention with this is to sort of open the game up to a little bit more strategy and a little bit more tactics. So we're kind of really eager to see how people play around with that. We're thinking that's going to definitely allow for a lot more fun in combat. And up next here we've got where we actually have done some reworking on the way that the resource densities appear. So we've touched on it previously that characters will actually be able to essentially create resource nodes. We're working through some of the finer details of that right now still. This was sort of just more than anything a graphical update with it, and we're still kind of tweaking that and working through that feature. The main idea is to get away from the random spawning nodes, partially cleared nodes, things like that you would see in these games. So a player can actually set up a node and actually even level up that node, so to speak, to increase its production capabilities and possibly what sorts of resources it may be able to find. So there's a lot of different ideas kind of bouncing around on that particular topic right now. The next thing here, the very last little bit we've got is the mail system. So again, this isn't exactly representative of how it's actually going to look in the game, but we thought we would at least start out with some of the typical mail system options. So you'll see here in a minute, this is just to kind of show that we've got the mail system functioning properly. So when the troops return to town from gathering, you'll actually see that show up in the mail. And you'll see here we'll test a couple of the mail functions as far as the read all, the delete. You've got your fun little red icon that everybody knows and loves, letting you know that there's something there that you need to click to get it to go the heck away, as we're all quite familiar with, or at least anyone here that has any experience with these kinds of games. So you've got your read all options. You can just tap it, make it the red dot go away. You can read all, you can delete. And that basically covers it for this video. Other than that, I just want to thank you for watching. Definitely feel free to like and subscribe. Every single subscription absolutely helps, and definitely spread the word on what we're doing here. Definitely the more the merrier. Also, it's worth mentioning we do have a Discord server, and we've got our Patreon page set up. The Discord server is actually meant as more than just for this game or our projects that we're working on, but also just as a gaming community in general. So we definitely want people just kind of chatting about whatever and coming to hang out and having some fun. The only other thing that I will mention here at the tail end, these videos will continue to improve. Also, it's worth pointing out that we are in the process of actually getting some unique visuals here pretty soon, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so we'll have first couple of characters out for you guys to see. And that's it. Thanks for watching.